Thank
much, sir.
you.
We're talking to the legend, the icon, Mr. Gilbert Esquivel. Yay!
Yeah.
um, we have a arts and literary magazine here in Philadelphia called the Philadelphia Art and Urban Literary. Uh, Paul Reviews, Paul for short. And we actually celebrate artists, local artists, artists in different cities, New York City, California, Atlanta, and we just celebrate each other. So there's visual artists in the magazine, there are writers in the magazine, and we're starting a new segment called Paul Laughs, which explores the art of comedy. And been following your work for years, and
Oh,
you came to mind first, and I wanted to bring you in to sort of kick off this whole
wow. What
segment.
an honor.
Oh, well, no, it's such an honor to have you. Thank you so much. So you're doing well, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm doing this beautiful weather we got here in
Yeah.
California.
It's a
You
little
can see
different.
behind me.
It looks gorgeous. It's a little different in Philly today. It's quite rainy and stuff. We actually lost internet early today, so hopefully we'll be good for our chat.
All right. Good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
of course, I've been following your work for many years. I love one of my favorite segments of the comic relief show that I watch late at night. It comes on late here in Philly, and it's with Byron Iron, I guess. And you're on the
Byron Allen. Yeah.
yes, and your segment. I love your segment so much. I could watch it over and over again.
Comics Unleashed.
Yes, Comics Unleashed. That's right, and I could watch that over and over and over again. So, and I've seen your work over the years, and just I go into YouTube sometime just to watch different things. And one of my favorite ones is called The Wrong Church. I love that one. I love The Wrong Church. I love
You're at the wrong church.
The Wrong Church. I love The Wrong Church because I know what that's like. I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
this
we all do.
yeah, yes. So I know you've been on this sort of basically I want to start by asking what inspired you and what or who, or are there any comedians who inspired you to go into comedy, or anything in your life that inspired you to go into comedy?
Well, I've been making people laugh all my life since I was a little kid in school, and I used to make kids laugh during show and tell.
Oh my.
I would, or sometimes we would have assemblies at school. I would make the kids laugh. You know what I mean? Whenever I had an audience, for some reason, when I was little, my dad used to make me entertain the audience,
Oh,
the family, the
oh
family.
really? Oh,
I was like 3 or 4 years old, and he had me dancing in front of everybody, and they were all cheering me on. And I guess I got the bug, you know what I mean?
yes.
And I've been doing that all my life. And I never thought of pursuing stand-up comedy, but people used to always tell me, you should be a comedian. You should be a comedian. But I had no clue how to be a comedian. I had no idea how to even do it.
Right.
And then I wanted to get into acting. I wanted to be an actor. All my life, I wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
And then somebody told me that comedians, they get a shortcut into
Mm.
acting. They go around all the normal paths because they don't have to, because producers and directors, they would go to the clubs to look for comedians because
Mhm.
they needed someone funny in their TV shows or their movies.
Mm.
So there would be a shortcut. You didn't need an agent. You didn't need nothing. You just, if they saw you, they liked you. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I got into comedy. I had to take a class that taught you how to get into comedy. They can't teach you how to be funny. Nobody can teach you how to be funny, but the business aspect. So I did that.
Mhm.
And I've been doing it now for 33 years. And I pretty much gave up acting because acting is a lot harder than I thought. It's not as easy as you think.
No.
It's, oh no, it's like golfing.
Mm.
Acting is like golfing. There's too
In
much
what
to
way?
remember. There's too
Um,
many things to remember for that ball to go straight. Too many things. You got to have the wrist right, the grip
right,
right, your legs got to be right, your butt's got to be out just
right,
enough.
right.
You know what I mean? Everything's got to be, and if you and then when you
Right,
swing, you got to go up high enough, and then you got to
right,
come down, and you got to get that little tiny little ball from way up here. You got to hit it. And, oh
right.
my God,
This
that's
is
how
too much.
acting is. Acting is
Wow.
just like that.
Interesting. Oh, wow.
So I
Interesting.
couldn't deal with it. And then you got to go to the auditions, and I have to drive in LA traffic during
Mm-hmm.
rush hour to go to an
Mm.
audition that
Mm-mm-mm.
you're going to have to pay to park now. Well, this was before, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay to park, and then you would go in. There's like 100 other people that look just like you, and
Yeah.
some of them are women. So yeah, so you got
Uh-oh.
you got, and then the audition sometimes it's just one of these.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah,
Just
yeah. Oh, wow. Oh,
okay. All we want you
wow.
to do is do this,
Right, right.
and you're like, oh my gosh, I went through all this
All that, but
just to do that.
right.
But anyways, I got a
Oh
movie out
my
of that.
God.
I
Oh,
got a movie
really?
out of that audition.
Oh, you
I got a
did?
movie. It's called The Holiday.
Oh, remember the holiday? Yes.
The Holiday. It's
Yes.
a movie that shows every year all over the world.
Yes, I know
So
the holiday. Absolutely.
yeah,
You
and
got
I
a
got an
movie out of
amazing
that
story.
move? You got a movie out of that move, huh?
What's that?
You got a movie out of that, huh?
Yeah, I got a movie out of that little
Yeah.
audition. But I'm just saying, I just got it got really discouraging. Well, the thing is now they're doing it different. Now you can send in a video. You can
Yeah.
audition by Zoom.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So I'm thinking about getting back into acting.
That's
You know what I
wonderful. You
mean?
should. I
Just
could
to
totally
do.
see it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to do it to become a movie star. I would like to do it just to enjoy it. I don't care
Yeah.
about being famous anymore. I just want to do it for the love, uh,
Yeah.
and for the just to enjoy it. You know.
I feel like
Um,
you need a sitcom, Gilbert. You do.
you know what? Honestly, I I I I don't want to put that much energy and effort into anything anymore. I really don't. I just want to enjoy life. I'm
Yeah,
getting older. I'm enjoying getting older.
that's
I I
great.
I want to do things on my term, on my time.
Yeah.
I want to just I all my life I've been on other people's appointments. I've been on their
Yeah,
time,
I get
doing
that.
everything that I could to get into their good
Yeah,
graces and to their get that gig. And now I don't have to do that no more. I
that's
don't
right.
have to. So I want to just enjoy what I do the gigs I want to do. Sometimes I'm able to do them for less than what I used to be able to do them for because now I'm
Wow.
doing it for, because I'm doing it now from a different reason. I'm no longer chasing it. I
Yeah.
chased it for 33 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just waiting for all my bread to come back that I cast out in
That
the water. I'm waiting for it to
right.
come back. You know what I mean? So that's where
Right.
I'm at right now.
Wow.
I don't want to take
That's
on any new ventures. I don't want to take on
no.
none of that. I really don't. Unless
It
it's
must
something
be.
that I'm going to do for, if something I got to be willing to do it for the fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I get that. And that's a amazing, that's a great spot to be in your life. I think it's fantastic, to be able to say,
Uh-huh.
hey, I don't need to chase anymore. And I'm enjoying what I have here now. And
Yeah.
living in the present is so important. That's so,
Yeah. I was spending too much time in the future and in the past. You
yes,
know what I
yes.
mean? And I always tell people the past is like New York City.
Yeah.
It's a great place. It's a great place to visit, but you just don't want to live there.
How about that? It can be pretty tough. Yeah, I can
That's the
understand.
past. Some people live in the
Yeah.
past. No, it's a
Yeah.
great place to visit,
That's right.
memories and reminisce. And get back
That's
there.
right. Get back.
Don't live there.
Amen. Amen. Don't stay there. And I was
So
reading your
that's where I'm
story.
at. I retired. I'm
Yeah, you did.
officially retired.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, this is the thing, and this I want to get it out. Being
Mhm.
retired doesn't mean you don't work no more.
That's right.
Being retired means you have the luxury of working as much as you want, when you want, if you want.
That's right.
That's and that's the luxury about being retired. There's a lot of benefits
Yeah.
of getting old. There's a lot of
Yes.
benefits of getting old. And one
Yes.
of the things that I always say from the stage is fret not of getting older, for many have been denied the privilege.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's the first thing. First benefit of getting older is you're here. You
Hmm.
made it. Your
Amen.
friends didn't, your family didn't, probably. You got a lot of people who
Mm.
didn't.
That's
We
right.
did. So we're
Amen.
here. That's we got to be grateful for. And stop
Amen.
tripping. that you're getting older. Be
How
grateful that
about
you're
that?
getting older.
Amen.
Another thing is we don't have to worry about anymore is impressing anybody. We
Mm,
don't got to impress nobody no more. We
no,
don't got to impress nobody to get that job, to get that career promotion. We don't got to get them girls and to get the. We don't need to do that no more.
no.
That stuff, energy. We used to spend a lot of energy on that stuff. Single
Yeah.
people spending all that energy, all that money, looking good to find Mr. Right or
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Right.
Mm-hmm. That's
Trying to
right.
get that job, and we're doing all this fakeness and doing smiling when we don't want to, and
Yes.
going to parties we don't want to go to because we're
Yes.
trying to impress everybody so they can accept us so we can fit in. And we don't got to do that no more when you're old.
No, amen. Amen. I hear that, brother. I hear that. And it's such a great place to be in when you can, I think it's so much less stressful living that way too. So, I
Yeah,
commend you for saying what you just said.
yeah,
I work with elders myself in the community, and I just admire them so much and where they are in life, and they teach me every day. So this is wonderful to hear you say that. So getting back to the comedy though, but I wanted to ask you, you were on this mission of not using profanity in your comedy and things like that. How did you get to that point?
I don't have a problem with language. I really
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
But I grew up using language. I grew up cussing, using
Yes,
words like that.
we
Habit.
did.
It was just a habit. It was nothing.
That's right.
And then it was really weird. Mine basically more of a when I started my spiritual journey, kind of
Mhm.
like, okay, I gotta cut out the way I talk and gotta change the way I where I hang out and who I hang out with. I gotta start doing things different. So one of them was the things that came out of my mouth. And a lot of people they don't I what I didn't realize is there's a lot of things that are more destructive that come out of your mouth
Mm.
than curse words.
Yep,
Curse words are just curse words. That's all.
that's right.
But the power that you have in the tongue is
Yeah.
the power of life and death are in the tongue. When you're making a big deal out of curse words, you don't understand the negative words you're saying are
Hmm.
having a more of a destructive effect on your life than those curse words are.
That's right. I agree.
And even my friends, comedian friends, they go, "Oh man, I want to be clean and funny." That's what I'd love to do someday. I go, look, just be who you are. If you're
Yeah,
funny, if you're dirty, be dirty. If
that's
you're
right.
clean, be clean. Don't try to be something you're not.
That's
Just
right.
if you're gonna want to be clean, then practice being clean all the time. Stop. You can't just practice on stage, practice off stage. So it becomes second nature,
Hmm.
you
Absolutely.
know?
Yeah.
And because I'm clean, I'm able to do churches. I'm
Hmm.
able to do more different places that I can do because of being clean. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? My only thing is my comedy, I do a lot of race stuff. So
Yes,
that
yes.
messes me up a lot. That
Does it?
messes me up because some people they don't want to,
Why?
they're too afraid of it. They're too afraid of
Oh,
it. And
really?
Showtime turned me down because they did the Latino Laugh Festival
Hmm.
and they were gonna be on Showtime. And they turned me down because they said my material was too offensive to black people.
Oh, no.
And the thing is, here's how the irony of it. BET Comic View,
Yeah.
I was on there and they put me on the best of Comic View for years. I was on that best of, and it's a black
Abs-
entertainment television, but yet
Absolutely.
Showtime thought I was going to be offensive.
Yeah, I don't know if they get the cultural dynamics between Black folks and Latinos, so there's a sort of kinship and connectedness there
I
that I
understand the
don't think we
racist
get to.
jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I understand the racist jokes, but the
yeah,
thing is, if I hear a joke about Mexicans that's true, I'm gonna
right.
laugh. I'll laugh. But if it's something
Yeah, if it's
stereotypical
something
that
that's really offensive and
oranges and
stereotypical,
it's like
absolutely. No,
it's
no.
like black people and
Yeah,
fried chicken and watermelon. No.
yeah.
But if you
No, no,
could
no.
put that, if you could say that in the right way, oh, the black
Yeah.
people are gonna laugh harder than anybody.
Right,
But they
absolutely.
because
We know.
they know
We
your
know.
heart. They know your heart.
Absolutely. We know. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely, Gilbert. Who are your comedic, heroes? Who do you look up to?
Freddie Prinze,
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sinbad,
Yes.
and Paul Rodriguez,
Oh,
and
wonderful.
and George Lopez, George
Yeah, George
Lopez
Lopez.
as
Yeah.
well as Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
These were all my like influences. They weren't the one like the one they really got me is Freddie Prinze. He's the one that really, that was my ultimate hero. And then
Mm.
Sinbad, I love Sinbad because he's so clean and funny.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
That was one of the reasons he's my, inspiration. And
mm.
then Paul, of course, Paul Rodriguez, because I could relate to his comedy, and George Lopez, these guys. But yeah, that was basically, and then Richard Pryor, of course.
Yes, yes,
So
Richard
I
Pryor
call
was a great.
myself a clean Richard Pryor.
Yeah, you remind me of Richard Pryor a lot, actually. And you're right, a clean Richard Pryor. I know when we were growing up, my parents would have Richard Pryor parties. And so that was a big thing in our neighborhood, Richard Pryor party.
Really?
Yes, it was a big thing. And we would
Ah,
we had to go to bed a certain time, my brothers and we'd be in bed by 10 o'clock. Folks would come over from the neighborhood. My parents would have their little drinks and little food out and play the records and play Richard Pryor records. And I remember my brother and we used to sneak out of the room and get to the top of the steps and try to hear. Of course, we wanted to hear the curse words, right? We didn't really know what was all happening, but we would. So one, so
yeah.
one night, my mom caught us. She got up to the top of the steps. We were kikiing at the top of the steps, and all I remember is my mom being right here,
That's
like get the
hilarious.
bed, get the bed. So
That's
yeah,
funny.
so that was a big thing when we were going. The Richard Pryor parties was a big thing. Red Fox too, but Richard Pryor was the
Yeah.
big one. Yeah. So how do
And
you deal when you're on stage and stuff? Like how do you, deal with handle hecklers and things like that? How do you do that? Like I always
I
wonder
used to
how comedians get through that.
I used to respond the way comedians are supposed to.
Oh, okay.
I used to uh destroy them. I used to try to destroy them. But then what I realized is that I don't want to do that. I don't want to destroy, because I got started my comedy. I got started because I was a heckler.
Oh,
I
that's
got
how.
started like
Oh,
that.
you were a heckler, so you know
But it wasn't my fault. They
the one
started
you're
picking on me.
oh,
The first time I walked into that club at the Improv, and
right.
Brad Garrett was up there from Everybody Loves Raymond, the
Yeah.
tall
Oh,
guy.
yeah. I remember. Yes.
He
Yes.
was on stage. This was back in 80, gosh, maybe 80, 88, 89.
Okay.
Okay. And he was on stage at the Improv. And I walked in and he started picking on me. And I
Mm.
shot back. I said something back and I got a laugh.
See
And he said,
that?
hey, I'm the comedian around here. And I said,
Uh-huh.
well, leave me alone then, because I'm from
That's
the projects. We do this all
that's
day for free. You know what I mean? You
free.
have to. If you don't know how to
Yes.
bag or crumb in the projects, oh, you're going to
Hey,
be hating life.
that's right. That's
Everybody, everybody's gonna be talking about your mama, and you ain't got nothing to say back.
I
Oh, I feel sorry for you. Yeah.
you had
And
it.
so now what I do is when I get a heckler, I don't
Yeah.
fight him. I bring him in. I start talking
Right.
to him.
Right.
And a
Right.
lot of times I can get from a heckler, and then they feel good because you treated them good, and now it's like it calms them down. They don't. It's kind of like they feel like, oh, okay, so it has that effect. But what
Oh.
happens is their conversation. A lot of times it catapults me into my next set of jokes, or
Oh,
into
wow.
a bit that I have that relates to what we were talking about, and then I just go from there. So they didn't disrupt the act; they actually helped me, and
That's
that's how I deal with hecklers now. I
yeah.
make them part of the act.
That's a
I'll
real
sit there and talk with them. I'll talk with them. Let's
yeah.
have a conversation. You
That's
know,
a real skill though. Like that must be a real skill
it
because I
is.
would imagine it would, they could throw you off your square if you're not careful. But takes a real skill to be able to do that and make them a part of the whole comedy act. So that's
Yeah, and a lot of times if they're not making sense, you just keep talking to them, and their friends will shut them up.
we're having a in and out internet's having issues, but
I see
I
it.
can I still see you and all. Um, what would something that is fans would be surprised to know about you? Is there anything that fans would be very surprised to know about you at all?
Yeah, how
Okay.
spiritual I am. How
Oh,
spiritual I am.
wow.
And not only me, a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
Comedians are some of the most spiritual people I know. We don't show it because we're clowns. When we're performing, we're performing. We're
Yeah.
clowns. That's what we do. We are
Yeah.
clowns of verbal clowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're with our words. We entertain with our words. So
Yeah.
it's hard to get really, really super serious and spiritual. But Eddie Murphy is a super, super spiritual guy. People don't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin,
Griffin,
super,
yeah.
super spiritual. Yeah.
I agree.
Got
I
a lot
agree.
of
I
those
think
guys. Chris
even like
Tucker,
Cat Williams too. Like I
Cat,
feel like
super.
you guys are very spiritual.
Cat and I used to do churches, a lot of churches together.
You
We did
did?
comedy at churches. I got
Yeah,
some of my
I didn't know that.
super, super spiritual.
Did not know that at
Yeah,
all.
like I'm saying. Now you see what I meant by what
Yeah.
people will be surprised about me. And yeah, but it's
Yes.
not just me. They
Wow.
don't know. Hey, I may be funny, but I love Jesus.
That's right. Amen. 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 Well, one of the things, and you do, I know you love this. One of the things you did during the pandemic, you got so many of us through that pandemic with your show. G Night Owl's Coffee, right?
G's Night Out
G's
Coffee
Night
Show.
Owl Coffee. Yes. So, and I got my aunt hooked on it, and we were watching it through the pandemic. You truly
Wow.
got us through. And one day I saw that you guys, I think I commented or something, and you guys helped my name up on a whiteboard, and I was so honored and tickled. I was you and your beautiful wife. So I thank you so much for that.
Thank
And
you.
you really got us through the
Thank
pandemic.
you.
So how did you decide on starting that radio show?
I I used to do a morning show called
Mhm.
G's Morning Coffee,
Okay.
and I would tell stories in the morning with my coffee. I'd be drinking my coffee, and I would tell a story of something that happened to me that I inspired me or I learned something from.
Oh,
So and people love these stories. It went big.
mm,
It just took off. I couldn't believe
really?
how. And then I said, man, I wouldn't mind doing one of these at night because I know many years ago, I read a story about a a beautiful blonde Barbie doll looking lady,
Hmm.
beautiful, just stunning. She
Hmm.
OD'd on heroin, and she was a Sunday school teacher. Her
Okay.
dad was the coach of the baseball team or something like that at Pepperdine University.
Mm.
And I'm like, what is wrong with this picture? Something's not right here. And
Yeah.
then, because it was in the LA Times and there was a 2-page article about this girl, it turns out that she started out hanging out at these all night coffee shops when she was at
Mm.
school. And
Hmm.
on these all night coffee shops, there's people, they just sit around.
Hmm. We've been having internet issues all
She
day.
did it. But then it hit me. I go, you know what? There's a lot of people at night who are
Yeah.
vulnerable, gullible,
Hmm.
alone
Hmm.
in their thoughts. They can't
Truly at
sleep.
night. And at night when that head hits the pillow, yep, that's when all the thoughts and the anxiety hits.
All the pain, mental pain, spiritual pain, all the physical pain comes out
Hmm.
when you're laying there at night or you're trying to sleep and you can't. Or maybe you had an exciting day and you can't sleep. Or maybe
Hmm.
you're taking care. A lot of caretakers are up late taking care of their people,
Yep.
and they have no life. They can't get out. Some people are taking care of their loved ones who are sick and they
Hmm.
don't go nowhere. They can't no life. So I said, I'm going to bring entertainment to those people. I want to bring entertainment to those people that are sick in bed for whatever reason. They can't go nowhere. I want to bring the entertainment to you. So that's what I started doing. And next thing you know, it took off. It was all over the world, all over the world. I had people in Africa, South Korea,
Oh,
New Zealand,
really?
oh, Germany, Canada, Mexico, Bolivia,
Wow.
Brazil, all over the world. And they
Wow.
were watching and they were loving it. But then Facebook started messing with me because of the music.
I think I remember you mentioning that on the,
Yeah, they tried
yeah,
shutting me down. And it's
yeah,
been 6 years and they were never able to shut me down over the
no,
music.
yeah. So you're
I
still
got
up,
around
thank
it.
goodness. I know you got, yeah, I was wondering how you got around that because I remember you announcing that on the show.
Yeah,
You
I
were
got
really
around it.
transparent with that whole thing. But
And
yeah.
there were people who were watching from hospitals. Entire
Hmm.
families were in the waiting room
Yeah,
watching the show.
yeah.
One guy, his wife was in the room with him, and he wanted me to play a song, Searching for My Baby. His
Hmm.
name was Leonard Rivera, and Judy is his wife. And
Hmm.
so he goes, I want to dedicate this to my wife. So I played it for him. And the next day he died.
Oh, wow.
And we've
You
had a
see
lot of
him?
people like that who spend their last days with us. We had a grandmother who was going to commit suicide and went on Facebook one last time to look at her grandchildren, and she saw Lulu, my co-host, singing.
Yeah.
Now, Lulu, people think she's my wife, but she's not. She's not. She's my
Oh,
co-host. My wife,
oh,
my
yeah.
wife's never on the show. She'll come out sometimes and say a joke, but Lulu,
Oh,
they think she's my wife.
okay.
But no, Lulu's just my co-host. And
Oh,
anyways, she heard Lulu singing, and that lady, she didn't commit suicide. She ended up
look at
watching the
that.
show, and
So
just
the
numerous cases like that.
yeah, so it's almost missionary work a little bit. Your show is
Yeah.
like that too, you know?
It's just
It's
oldies and
it's
Jesus.
old
That's what I.
it's right,
It's a show
oldies
of
and
oldies and Jesus, and people love it.
I know they do, and I know I love it because I love the oldies and stuff. We used to have a DJ here in Philadelphia named Butterball, and on Sundays that was our thing. My parents would play the oldies on Sunday after church, after dinner, and then the oldies would be on. So yeah, I connected with the show right away. So if you had a song that you create some sort of comedy around, sort of one of those old soul classics, would that song be maybe?
I could probably do a comedy routine about any old song like that. Any old song. Do you know that song? It's a thin line between love and hate.
Of course, yes.
Okay, I do a joke about that
Oh, you
on
do?
stage. Uh-huh.
Oh, you
You know that
do?
girl, one of them, Carrie Underwood.
Yeah,
She,
absolutely.
the little white girl from American Idol. She did a
Yeah,
song called Louisville Slugger, or something about taking a Louisville Slugger to her boyfriend's truck and breaking
yes.
out the windows and all this and beating up the truck.
Yes,
And I
yes.
said, man, I go, you see the difference between white girls and black girls and Mexican girls? A white girl beat up your truck. A black girl and a Mexican girl, she'll beat up you. It's
There
a
you go.
thin line between here I am laying in the
Oh,
hospital. There's
oh
another
my.
song called there's another song called It'll Never Be Over for Me. Big hit by
Okay,
the Midnighters. It'll
okay.
never be over. I call that the stalker song. I go, you
Yeah.
go to jail, you make that song today. It'll never be over. It may be over for you, but it'll
But
never be over for me. I go, that's a
that
stalker, man.
sounds a little stalkerish. It does.
So
It really does.
I can make a joke out of any of those old
I
soul
saw
songs.
you do. I
When a
saw
man
you.
loves a woman,
Yes, that's a good one. I saw you
eh,
do a joke on the classic Lenny Williams, the oh
yes.
song. Yes, that's one of my favorite songs. I saw you do a joke on that one day. It was so funny. Yeah, I
Cause
love
I love you. That one.
it. Amen. I love that song so much. I love it. It's a
That's my
classic.
closing bit.
That's
That's
your
the
closing
bit
name?
that if I don't do that in front of a black audience,
Yes.
it's a sin.
Is
It's a
it?
sin. If I don't do it, it's a sin.
You better do it, right? You bet.
That song right there probably guarantees me a standing ovation every 90% of the time that I've done it. I've gotten a
Oh
standing
yes, because
ovation.
us black folks love Lenny Williams. Absolutely, my parents did too. So that's awesome. My family is African American, and we have Puerto Rican. My grandfather actually was Italian, but but we got everybody all mixed up in there. But we
Italian,
love our
Puerto Rican,
yeah,
and
and a
black.
black, yup.
Oh,
But
you are
yeah,
from out there.
yeah.
You are from Philly. That's from Philly
But
or New Jersey.
yeah, there you go. Exactly. But we love our soul classics and stuff. So Lenny Williams is a hero.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's coming up with you? Zoom is sort of letting me know that we're winding down a little bit. Anything you'd like us to follow and make sure that we keep up with you?
Well, right now I'm on hiatus. Right now,
Okay, okay.
I'm
Yes.
in a life hiatus.
Okay.
So
Okay.
right now, what I'm doing
Life
is
hiatus.
I'm taking a break from
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
I'm doing my little joke, my little comedy gigs here, whatever those. But as far as taking on any other tasks, even my
Yeah.
show is on pause right now.
Okay.
But not only that, but my concerns, my fears, my worries, my future, my past, who likes me, who doesn't, who's offended, who's not. I'm taking
That's
a
right.
break from all that
Okay.
and just
Okay.
enjoying today. I want to
Today,
enjoy
the
today because
present.
I never realized how much beauty and fun there is just sitting in the sun around
That's
nature with a lake, a
oh,
river, plants behind me, sitting in there's nothing right now that turns me on or excites me more than that.
Oh my goodness. What a
It's
lesson.
amazing, and I'm enjoying it. And
Amen.
once God tells me, okay, let's go, then that, because I really believe that you got to let your soil rest.
Yeah.
Every so often, you just got to like to let the soil rest. You know,
Yeah.
you're a farmer. Every 6 years, on the seventh year, don't plant nothing. Let it just rest, and that soil will become healthier. It'll take time to rest. It'll, and they say that
Yes.
your harvest will be better. Well, it's the same thing with your soul. You have to let your soul rest from everything.
Mhm.
Just take a break,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
think
And if you
more.
have the luxury of doing, like me, I'm retired. I have that luxury now of being able to do that. I
Yeah.
wasn't able to do that when I was having to struggle and strive to work
Yes.
to make a living. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm making a lot of money. I'm just saying
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
I mean,
Enough where you're comfortable, right? To
well, you
be
know,
able to
enough
do
where your
that.
needs are met, you know, and then
Yeah.
anything extra now that I do, I'm excited because any little extra I can make, that's all money in my pocket.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
all
What
it
a
is.
lesson. What a lesson we can all take away from this. And just to find, even if you're not retired yet, find some time for stillness and quiet and just being with yourself, even, you know?
A weekend, a
Yeah,
weekend.
weekend. Yes.
Just go to
Yeah.
a lake, go to a lake, go to a park, sit
Yeah.
around kids playing in a park, but just watch them.
Or
You just
hear them laugh and
animals, animals. Find a stray cat, a stray dog, whatever. Get a pet. If you got pet, get plants. If you don't have plants, put plants in your house, in your living room.
mhm.
It'll change everything. It'll
Yeah.
bring life into a lifeless living room when it's all
Mm.
material things. Bring plants in there. Bring a little puppy, a little dog, a little cat, a little bird. Get your little bird. You'll be surprised how our creator speaks to us through his creation.
Amen.
Creation takes care of creation.
Oh my goodness. Amen. Thank you so much for that. Oh my goodness. I even need to hear that today. So
We all do.
I know our listeners will really appreciate that. You thank you so much. Gilbert, I'm just so honored that you spent some time with us today, took the time to even talk to us today. So thank you so much for this candid and authentic conversation.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for inviting me. It was
Thank you
my
so
honor.
much. All right. Thank you, Gilbert. We'll talk to you
All
soon. I'm
right.
going to sign off. They're giving me the message. I need to sign off soon. Okay.
God
Talk
bless.
with you soon. God bless you, sir. Thank you.